Imagine if you could learn anything, a new language, a skill, or even a subject you've been struggling with, 10 times faster than you do now. Sounds crazy, right? But what if I told you the secret isn't studying harder, it's studying smarter? Most people waste hours using ineffective study techniques. Today, I'll share 7 powerful methods that top students, athletes, and world-class thinkers use to learn faster, remember better, and perform at their best. These strategies are backed by science and used by real experts. So let's dive in. Whether you're a student trying to ace your exams or someone who wants to pick up new skills quickly, this video is for you. I've narrowed it down to just 7 methods, no fluff, so you won't get overwhelmed or forget. And each of these techniques is used by people like Elon Musk, Einstein, LeBron James, and others who have mastered learning. And if you're really serious about studying smarter, don't miss my next video where I break down the 4 powerful techniques Harvard students use to study faster and score higher. I'll link it at the end of this video, so stick around. The first method is active recall. Active recall means testing yourself instead of just rereading or highlighting. You ask yourself questions and try to retrieve the information from memory. This forces your brain to work harder, strengthening neural connections. Real example, medical students at Harvard use active recall through tools like Anki to prepare for high-stakes exams. Barry Schwartz, a cognitive psychologist, has shown how this boosts long-term memory for both students and professionals. The second method is spaced repetition. Spaced repetition is the opposite of cramming. It's about reviewing information at intervals, maybe today, then again in 3 days, then a week later. Each time you're about to forget it, you refresh it just in time. Real example, Tim Ferriss used spaced repetition to learn multiple languages, and even Satoshi Nakamoto, the Bitcoin creator, reportedly used this method to understand complex topics like cryptography and systems theory. The third method is learning by doing. Instead of watching endless videos or reading guides, start doing the thing you want to learn. Practice leads to faster feedback, faster learning, and stronger memory. Real example, Elon Musk didn't stop at reading about rockets, he built them. Richard Branson says the only way he learned business was by jumping in and starting Virgin. The fourth method is teaching what you learn. When you teach a concept to someone else, it forces you to simplify it and fill in gaps in your understanding. Real example, Richard Feynman, one of the greatest physicists ever, would explain complex ideas in plain language. His Feynman technique is now used by engineers, medical students, and entrepreneurs who want to deeply understand a topic fast. The fifth method is using multiple senses. The more senses you use while learning, the more connections your brain makes. So don't just read, listen, write, draw, or physically interact with what you're learning. Real example, Leonardo da Vinci learned this way. He observed, sketched, and experimented constantly. And modern educators like Barbara Oakley use this principle in her best-selling course, Learning How to Learn. The sixth method is focus in short bursts. Use the Pomodoro technique. Focus deeply for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. This keeps your brain sharp and prevents burnout. Real example, Francesco Cirillo, who created this method as a student, used it to beat procrastination. High performers like Tim Ferriss and Chris Bailey use it daily to stay productive. The seventh and final method is sleep and exercise. You might think pushing harder helps you learn more, but rest and movement are just as important. Sleep consolidates memories, and exercise improves blood flow to your brain. Real example, Albert Einstein reportedly slept 10 hours a night and took naps during the day. Athletes like LeBron James and Roger Federer also prioritize both sleep and physical activity to stay sharp and learn new techniques quickly. And there you have it, 7 powerful, research-backed ways to learn faster. These aren't just theories. They're used by people at the top of their game, from scientists to CEOs to elite athletes. If you want to go deeper, check out my video on 4 study techniques Harvard students actually use. You'll be surprised how simple but effective they are. Also, don't miss my breakdown of Asian study techniques, the surprising strategies that help students consistently rank at the top globally. I'll leave both videos linked on the screen and in the description. Start with just 1 or 2 techniques from today's list and see how much faster you improve. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Let's learn like a genius.